By now you might have heard the gospel of AWS Parsec Marvell and want to know how to get your own server running. Getting it going takes a bit of work and it'll cost you around $1 an hour when running, but the end result's way better than standard online for Marvel 3. I'll show you what you need to set up before launching an instance, which options to pick when launching an instance, a walkthrough of setting up an instance, how to make an image of an instance, and also how to kick and add people to an instance. I've got timestamps in the description for all these steps, with important links and my setup checklist. Right now we're on the EC2 dashboard after signing up. Before launching an instance, you'll need to submit a ticket to increase the core limit for your account. Do this by clicking the support link in the upper right corner of the dashboard, then click on the support center and create a case on the following page. On the create case page, select service limit increase, and then under the limit type drop-down bar, select EC2 instances. Scroll down and you will want to fill out your request form like this. Select your region and make sure the primary instance type has all G instances selected. Fill out a little description and submit your case. It should get resolved within 24 hours. You'll also need to download 3 things before launching an instance. 2 are files that you need to generate from AWS. The other is AnyDesk, which if you don't need to kick people, is completely optional. The first file is a PEM file, which decrypts the instance password every time we connect. If you're planning on using multiple regions, you'll need to create one per region. Click on key pairs and make your PEM file. You can change your region by clicking the server location in the top right of the dashboard. The next file is a CSV file, which contains access keys to install the server's graphics drivers. Click on Services, then click on IAM. On the IAM page, select Delete your root access keys, then Manage Security Credentials. On the next page, select Access Keys. Under this drop-down is where you'll make your CSV file. When launching instances, I create a new security group every time. These build up over time, but it's not a big deal since you can delete them all at once. Select Security Groups on the dashboard. On this page, you can hit the Select All button, then deselect the default group not made from launch wizards, go to Actions, and Delete. The last thing you need to download is AnyDesk, which you only need if you plan on kicking people. Open a browser and Google AnyDesk. It should be the first link. There's a fatty download button on the main page that makes things easy. Once you download AnyDesk, you don't need to install it on your actual computer and can leave it as a portable exe. I like to change a few settings to make it a client-only program on my PC. Click on Settings, and then on the main page you can kind of just leave everything how it is. Go to Security, and then this is where I just deselect pretty much everything, and then exclude this device from Discovery. You can change your name, totally not necessary, and then audio, I like to put it on Disable. Whenever you're done using AnyDesk, right click on the little icon in the notification area and quit. Now that you got everything downloaded and hopefully got approved for your core increase, you're ready to launch an instance. On the dashboard, click on Running Instances. On the Running Instance page, you've got 2 fatty blue Launch Instance buttons. Either one of these will work. Here we choose which OS the instance will use. Select Microsoft Windows Server 2019 base. On the next page, filter instance types by GPU instances, then select G4DN.xlarge. Click Next. On this page, the only thing you need to change is to set auto-assign public IP to enable. The next couple pages default settings work for us, so click Next until you get to Configure Security Group. Once you get to the Configure Security Group page, click on the drop-down bar under Source, and then click My IP. Click Review and Launch, then launch your instance. You'll see this page before your instance gets launched. Confirm your key pair, then hit Launch Instances. Your instance should now start up. It'll take a few minutes before you're able to decrypt your password. After confirming, there should be a link to view your instance. You can also get to the same page through the dashboard by clicking on Running Instances. Right-click on your instance and click Connect. Download the RDP file and decrypt the password after the cloud fully boots. You'll be using the PEM file that we made earlier to decrypt the password. Now I'll skip to me connecting to the instance with the RDP file. After opening your RDP file, paste your password and hit remember me. Once it's booted up, hit yes to the network prompt. I like to change the time zone and notification area for my instances. When making an image, the time zone settings will not save, but your taskbar settings will. Next, we gotta open up Internet Explorer and click OK to the security confirmation dialog box. We have to do this because we'll be running a script from PowerShell, and then it needs these privileges to run. You can minimize the remote desktop and open a browser on your computer, and pull up the Parsec Cloud Preparation tool. There's a little script in the center of the page. You'll just be copying that, and then moving back over to the remote desktop. When you're back in the remote desktop, you're going to click Start and open up PowerShell. There's a little icon for it already. Right click on that and run it as an administrator just to be safe. At this point, you can close out of Internet Explorer, and just remember, don't click on any of the blue backgrounds, only drag it from the top in PowerShell. It will crash. All blue backgrounds are bad, just remember that. And then you're just going to right click in there, no left click. It'll download something, and then you'll hit enter after that. After this, the main part of the script will start. It's going to ask us if we want to do an auto login. Respond no. The script will run for a bit. I'll fast forward until it installs Chrome. After Chrome installs, we're going to open that one on up and download Steam. And then after that, we're going to download AnyDesk. And once that's done downloading, install Steam and just run through all the little dialog boxes, don't matter. And I'll fast forward a bit until Steam's done. Alright, now we're all signed into Steam. Just make sure you go to your account settings and then disable the in-game overlay. I also like to go to the friends and then just disable auto sign in. Go ahead and let it do its thing, and I'm going to fast forward to the next spot. When the GPU updater part of the script automatically pops up, you're free to move around again. At this point, open up Steam and move this little thing out of the way. Go over and install Marvell. After that, open up your Windows Explorer, go to Downloads, and we'll install AnyDesk that we downloaded earlier. After it loads up, go ahead and click on Install, deselect AnyDesk Printer, and disable Auto Update, accept and install. Now you're going to go to AnyDesk Settings, and we're going to go to the Security tab. Unattended Access doesn't save through image making, so we're going to wait off on that. Deselect that little guy, go to Privacy, you can enter a name if you want. Again, not necessary. And then we're going to go to Audio and Disable. Now you'll be signing into Parsec. Make sure it's a different account from the one you normally use because this is a cloud server. It'll send you a confirmation email because it is a new IP. Go ahead and confirm. After you're all signed in, go to settings, and then turn windowed mode onto windowed, and then vsync off, and then go to host, and then turn the resolution to 720p. We like the bandwidth limit at 10, so we're going to leave it there and close Parsec. Last, we'll be entering our access keys from the CSV file into this little updater tool. Hit yes to all little confirmation boxes, and then reboot at the end. I'll be skipping the video ahead to when my instance has rebooted. When you're ready to connect to your server, change your own PC's resolution to 720p. We do this because the remote desktop program doesn't let you change the resolution, and we need Marvell to be in that glorious silky smooth 720p goodness. If you're running a dual monitor setup, you will need to change both monitors to 720p. Don't be scared though, because it isn't permanent. We will change it back later. Once you're connected again, just double click on the GPU updater icon and the NVIDIA control panel. We want to view the little NVIDIA swirly logo just to make sure our graphics drivers are installed properly. The GPU updater will check as well, but the updater isn't as necessary. Once you've confirmed that you indeed have a swirly logo, you can close out of that and open up Steam and run Marvell for the first time. Now I'm going to skip ahead to me having a running copy open. When you have Marvell open, go ahead and click through to the main menu and wiggle it around a bit just to make sure it's stable. And then cycle through the menu with the up and down keys just to confirm you got life. Looks like we do have a working copy of Marvell, so you can quit out of the game with the escape key and go ahead and reboot your computer. Once you're connected again, you can either play on this instance and terminate it when you're done playing, or you can make an image copy for future use. If you're not making an image, here's where you set up unattended access. Skip from here to the unattended access part of the video if you are not making an image. If you are making an image, continue watching from here. Now we're just going to confirm that this puppy can connect to Parsec with Marvell running, so open up Steam and start up some Marvell. Go ahead and click on through to the main menu. Just keep clicking. And then give it a little wiggle to make sure it's stable. Do the cycle with the arrow keys as well. And here's where we're going to move it to the right. And cycle one more time, and you pray to the Parsec gods. I like to close out all the windows. And then exit, and then click on OK. Don't hit your enter key. After closing the remote desktop program, wait a little bit before opening Parsec. The programs aren't compatible, so you have a high chance of crashing Marvell if you connect too soon. I already have myself pre-approved, so I'm going to hit connect. And we did not crash, so you Alt-Tab twice to get control your mouse. Move Marvell over, and we're connected with Parsec. You can use Control-Shift-W to toggle full screen. When connected, make sure that your controller drivers work by hitting some buttons on a controller. If Marvell did crash or run off screen, close Parsec, connect back with the RDP program, force close Marvell, then boot it up, exit with the escape key on the main menu, boot it up again, wiggle and move it to the right and pray to the Parsec gods again. The Parsec gods have shown me mercy, so I can now make my image. Close out a parsec, then connect back with RDP file. Once connected again, quit out of AnyDesk in the notification area. I just like to confirm it's closed with the task manager. Now we need to get to the program data folder. To get there quick, hold the Windows key and hit R. Then type in %program data% and hit enter. When the folder opens, click on the AnyDesk folder within, then find and delete the service.conf file. This is done to make your AnyDesk generate a new ID on each image launch. Now we just have to prepare our image to make new decryptable passwords in the AWS dashboard when launching new instances. Click on Start and then click on EC2 Launch Settings. Once that opens up, make sure that Random is selected under Administrator Password. Then click Shutdown with sysprep. Click Yes to the folder confirmation, then let it do its thing. I'll fast forward from here to shutdown. Once the server automatically shuts down and disconnects you, you can change your resolution back to normal and then head back to the dashboard. Once you're back on the dashboard, click on Running Instances. You need to confirm that the server is stopped before making your image. Do so by clicking the little refresh button. When you've confirmed your instance is stopped, right-click on it, go down to Image, and hit Create Image. Enter in a name and a description. Everything else can be left default. You can check on the status of your image by checking the snapshot and AMI links on the left of the dashboard. There's a refresh button on each page. Wait until your image is ready. When your image is ready, you can terminate your original instance. Go to Running Instances, right-click, and hit Terminate. After that's done, you can now launch your image. To launch from an image, go to AMIs, right-click on your image, then click on Launch. Follow the same steps you used to first launch your instance. It takes a couple minutes longer to decrypt your password when launching from an image, because everything's already installed. It takes about 4 minutes to launch compared to the 2 from earlier. Don't panic. Now I'm ready to connect to my instance created from an image. Change the resolution back to 720p for a bit. Connect with the remote desktop file. Once the image is booted up, click Yes to the network prompt. I clicked on GPU Updater while recording the video, but it turns out you don't need to. You do, however, need to click on the control panel for NVIDIA to check for the little swirly logo. Sign into Parsec. They'll send you a confirmation email because you're on a new IP. Close Parsec after you've signed in. Last thing before you're ready to play is to copy your AnyDesk ID and set up the password for Unattended Access. Make whatever password you want. Now you can close your AnyDesk window. Don't forget to paste your ID. Your clipboard will not persist after you quit your RDP session. Now you're ready to boot up and play Marvell. Open up Steam and click play. Bring Marvell to the center of the screen so it's all visible pretty much, and close out all the other windows.
Capcom presents Marvel
Click to the main screen.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
And then give a little wiggle. and then pray to the parsec gods with the moving to the right. Cycle up and down with your arrow keys and not your controller. Close your RDP session with your mouse. Remember to wait a little before opening parsec, because RDP and parsec don't work together. I'm connected and Marvell didn't crash. If you did crash, check the timestamp on screen now on how to deal with the crashes. Alt-tab twice to gain control of your mouse, move Marvell over to how you like it, and make sure your controller works. Remember, you can use Ctrl-Shift-W to toggle full screen. Now that you've confirmed everything works in parsec, you can change your resolution back to normal. That's pretty much it for the setup. You can now add your friends and play. I'm going to connect with AnyDesk real quick and show you two different ways how to add people, and then how to kick people with AnyDesk. Only connect with AnyDesk while you're already connected with parsec. Copy the ID that you pasted earlier. Paste your ID in that box and hit enter. Click connect. Then click auto login and type in your password. You've now successfully connected with AnyDesk. I really only recommend using the parsec UI and closing AnyDesk how I show you. It gets glitchy if you do real computer stuff. When you're connected with AnyDesk, you're free to go back to parsec and play. Be mindful that having AnyDesk open at all times is extra data transfer out from your instance, so I recommend only using it when you need it. Now I'll show you how to kick and add people. I'm going to kick myself first and show you how to add after. Stick around, non-AnyDesk users. First, make sure that whoever you're kicking isn't on auto-approve. Then click on the person under guest and hit kick. You can add people natively through AnyDesk how you would guess. Once connected, I can switch over and hit buttons and everything's cool. I'll kick myself to show you how to add people without AnyDesk needed. I like this method because it uses less data transfer out, and I'm sure the people that choose to go without AnyDesk will like this method too. Open up the parsec website in Google Chrome. Click on whoever wants to connect and let them auto-approve. Once they've connected, you can uncheck auto-approve so you don't have to remember later. They will remain connected. Close out of the page and you're set to play. Whenever you want to disconnect from AnyDesk, close the parsec UI in AnyDesk, and then close AnyDesk through AnyDesk. Whenever you're done playing, close the game through the menus, then shut down the Cloud PC through parsec. When you're done with that, quit AnyDesk by right-clicking on the icon in the notification area. Lastly, don't forget to terminate your instance by heading back to the dashboard. You want to make sure that your dashboard has 0 running instances, as well as 0 running volumes, or else you will be charged for them. The snapshot for your image should cost $1.50 a month, so you don't gotta worry about the number on that section. Hope y'all can get it running smooth. Have fun and play some Marvel.